Greetings, fellow Australians. My name's Stipino, and I just wanted to talk to you today about a severe pestilence that has begun infecting Australia. What's that? Am I talking about coronavirus? I'm glad you asked, mates. You see, that's actually totally wrong. This pestilence has actually come in the form of shoppers pillaging stores of all the toilet paper.
Mate, can I ask you a serious question for a second? Why toilet paper of all things? Like, wouldn't food be more important?
I'm glad you asked, mate. You see, in case you didn't know, there's actually a special chemical used in the production of toilet paper that actually lessens the chances of getting infected by coronavirus.
Oh wow, really?
No, you bloody idiot! I just made that crap up on the spot. You see, the reason why people have actually been buying tons and tons of toilet paper is actually because of something called herd mentality. Basically, everyone sees others buying tons and they feel the need to do the same, as if their life's going to end if they don't suddenly buy those 700 rolls of toilet paper. In fact, while I was out trying to buy my normal and totally reasonable allotment of household toilet paper, one of the staff I know from my local store actually said people were queuing up at 7:30 in the morning just so they can get in and get their toilet paper first. And some were actually arguing and borderline fighting over this toilet paper.
But mate, isn't it a good thing to buy a bunker's worth of toilet paper?
Mate, it's a virus outbreak, not the bloody arrival of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. Society isn't going to collapse from a zombie pandemic. Well, at least not yet anyway. We can only hope.
But can't all this extra stocked up toilet paper come in handy anyway?
Well, mate, you see, you would actually be right if it wasn't for the fact that you're totally wrong. See, coronavirus is actually a respiratory infection, not bloody diarrhea. If you catch corona, you're not going to start crapping yourself to death and die of dysentery.
But mate, what if someone has to actually be quarantined for a couple of weeks? Won't you need plenty of loo paper?
Mate, remember back to any time you've ever been sick with the flu or anything like that. Now, you probably had to stay in bed for like a week, right? Now, tell me, how many times during that sickness did you actually have to get up to take a dump? I'm betting not very often. And you know why that is? It's because when you actually get sick with something like influenza or corona, you actually lose your appetite. And you'll probably only be consuming liquids like water or chicken soup or something. Like, you're not going to be going out to an all-you-can-eat restaurant overloading your bowels. So chances are if you get infected with corona, you're probably not going to be using the toilet very often anyway. Another thing I actually heard was that people have actually started buying up tons and tons of baby wipes. So please, if you're one of these people, stop doing it unless you have an actual baby. Babies require these things to keep themselves clean in a vulnerable part of their life. And it's sort of a little bit more important than cleaning your 40 years worth of hemorrhoids. So, in closing, please Australia, stop with all the toilet paper pillaging and use some common sense. Buy a little bit of toilet paper, maybe some tissues as an alternative, and just sort of stagger the usage. Use some toilet paper one day, use some tissues the next day. Hell, if you really need to, just use some bloody paper towels or something. Oh, in an absolutely worst case scenario, just have a damn shower after taking a dump, if there's no toilet paper. Anyway, shut up for a second. And remember, take care, not paper.